Tonight, federal government confirms Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, sole buyer of Dangote Refinery petrol as product hit stations on Sunday. Public and private secondary schools to commence 2024-2025 activities Tuesday. EFCC declares man wanted for stealing agency's vehicle. And federal government announces public holiday to mark Eid al-Maulud. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to Akbc 45 News. I am Miriam Ikbutu. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, says the Dangote Refinery will begin the distribution of petroleum motor spirit PMS on Sunday. Edun, who was represented by the Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS), Dr. Zach Adedeji, said this at a news conference in Abuja on Friday. The Nigerian government on Friday announced that the loading of the first batch of petrol from the Dangote Refinery will commence on Sunday, 15 September 2024. The government said petrol from the Dangote Refinery will only be sold to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC), which will then sell to various marketers in the short term. The government disclosed this in a statement by the Special Advisor to the President, Bola Tinubu, on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanduga, on Friday. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, disclosed this in Abuja shortly after the meeting of the Technical Subcommittee on the sale of crude oil to local refineries in Naira. Mr. Edun, represented by the Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zach Adedeji, announced the completion of all agreements and modalities for the implementation of the Federal Executive Council (FEC) approval on the sale of crude to local refineries in Naira and corresponding purchase of petroleum products in Naira. He said all associated regulatory costs, the Nigerian Port Authority (NPA), the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (NIMASA), among others, will also be paid for in Naira. In July, the Federal Executive Council directed NNPC Limited to engage the Dangote Refinery and other local refineries to resolve the dispute over the sale of crude oil to them. The FEC, presided over by President Bola Tinubu, also directed that such crude oil sales to the refineries be made in Naira and that the refineries located in Nigeria should also sell their refinery products to the Nigerian market in Naira. Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has summoned the Commissioner for Health, Professor Augustine Mo, the Chairman, Hospitals Management Board, and the Chief Medical Superintendent of General Hospital, Awa Una Local Government Area, over the deplorable state of the hospital. The sermon followed a matter of urgent public importance raised during plenary by the Chief Whip of the House, Chief Effiong Johnson, who represents Mbo State constituency. Legislative Affairs Correspondent Oyoko Swa has more.
Chief Johnson expressed concern that the surroundings of the medical facility was not befitting of a place that caters for the healthcare needs of the people, despite being equipped by the state government.
When I got into the hospital, Mr. Speaker, the equipment in that hospital, I don't think any other hospital in this state has. But the environment of that hospital, immediately there are 6 to 4 sick people. Submissions are given to key medical officers of the hospital. They release after arrest. receive 20 bars. Everywhere in the whole of the eat. The hospital is just, but the staff, very important staff, they are working. Then the chief medical officers will tell them all them.
The Deputy Speaker of the House, Kofi Abasedidem, who represents Itu State constituency, and the Deputy House Leader, Otobombo, who represents Nsodubium State constituency, contributed to the motion.
I am not here to talk about the importance to talk about why we should do the job program. I am here to advance the prayer that whoever that is in charge of that place should be summoned.
Speaker, and also joining in his great disappointment and dissatisfaction as to the management of critical infrastructure in Akbc State. I think it's important for the government to know that the government is not responsible for everything. And we cannot be responsible for everything. There are people that are serving the responsibilities at different strata of the government. And if those people fail in their responsibility, it makes the government look bad. And it's not exactly the government that will come and cause that in the hospital. It's not possible.
Handing down the summon as a resolution of the House, Speaker Udeme Otong said the House will not allow public health institutions funded by taxpayers' money to deteriorate.
So they now provide the commissioner for health to bring those people to bring before us and let's ask them why they cannot report for duties on time. They cannot be in their environment. Thank you very much.
Uyoko Uswa, Akbc News.
The federal government has declared Monday 16th September 2024 as public holiday to mark the celebration of the Eid al-Maulud, birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulates Muslims both at home and in the diaspora on the occasion. Tunji-Ojo urges them to imbibe the virtues of patience, sacrifice and resilience in the spirit of the season and seize the opportunity of the period to pray for enduring peace in more prosperous egalitarian nation. The Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Education has announced that the resumption date for the 2024-2025 academic session is Tuesday, 17 September 2024. Consequently, school activities are expected to commence immediately same day in order to complete the curriculum for the first term in the new academic year. In a release signed by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mrs. Stella Diakpan, the ministry warns that government will not take it kindly with any private school that defies the official resumption date to resume on an earlier date. It called on all public and private primary, secondary and technical schools in the state to note the resumption date and comply accordingly. Following the non-appearance of the management of Ibom Icon Hotel in Gulf Resort alongside the Commissioner for Tourism, the House Committee on Industry, Commerce and Tourism has rescheduled the investigative sitting for Monday, September 16 at 9 o'clock in the morning. Legislative Affairs reporter Uyoko Uswa witnessed the circumstances leading to the rescheduling of the hearing.
The investigative hearing of the committee is aimed at ascertaining how the Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort has seemed not to be profitable despite huge investments of government and change of its management. This led to the summon of the Commissioner for Tourism, Sir Charles Odo, and the management of the hotel. The Commissioner, however, appeared only with his permanent secretary and appealed to answer all the concerns of the committee, an action that was thoroughly rebuffed.
Mr. Chairman, I think the mandate of the committee was resolutions from our nation but also people. I think we should just adjourn and wait for when they are properly constituted. We have to see what the commission and the government.
From our preliminary investigation, most of the people who were engaged by IDON are still working in the hotel. I can answer that. But you know, they will answer to a quality people so you have to appeal with them so that they can answer their own question, and they are coming with agreements they have with their hotel.
The question that you want to so we look at those departments in that hotel have some questions to answer as far as our investigation by the powers of the Constitution of Nigeria into us is concerned.
After members of the committee expressed their concerns, the Chief Whip of the House and Chairman of the committee, Chief Ifyong Johnson, noted that all invitees must heed the committee's summon.
The committee of Commerce Study has invited the Honorable Commissioner Permanent Secretary and the management staff of both hotels to appear 9 o'clock on Monday. That takes care of the invitation to anybody.
Uyoko Uswa, Akbc News.
And still to come, Uniben students are trapped in story building collapse amid heavy rain in Benin. This and more when we come back. Stay with us.
This is home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. And where you going? It's all in and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. Where you from, you know? It's all in and you know. No matter where we be, we are one, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
It's so good to have you back. The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs has urged governments at all levels to put in place necessary measures to avert disasters like the flood witnessed in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Its President General and Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, met the call in a statement issued on Friday in Abuja. In the statement by the Deputy Secretary General of the Council, Professor Salisu Shehu, Abubakar said the Council was disturbed by the Maiduguri flood, which displaced almost all the residents, claimed several lives, left many injured, and destroyed property worth billions. The Sultan particularly implored the federal government to deploy all its machinery to ensure that the situation is efficiently managed to reduce the sufferings of the victims. He commended the efforts and empathy of the federal and Borno state governments handling the incident. The traditional ruler conveyed the council's heartfelt sympathy to Governor Babagana Zulum, Shehu of Borno, Alhaji Abubakar El Kenemi, and the people of the state on the tragic incident. He prayed the repose of the souls of the departed and quick recovery of the injured. A 26-year-old man, Ibrahim Mohammed, has been declared wanted over involvement in theft and unlawful possession of vehicle belonging to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. In a statement, according to the head of media and publicity of the commission, Wale Oyawele, clarified that the suspect hails from Adamawa State. However, no additional information was provided regarding whether he is an employee of the commission. Furthermore, the EFCC spokesperson did not disclose the circumstances under which Mohammed acquired the agency's vehicle unlawfully. The statement further urged that anyone possessing valuable information regarding Mohammed's location is encouraged to reach out to the commission at its offices in Ibadan, Uyo, Sokoto, Maiduguri, Benin, Makurdi, Kaduna, Ilorin, Enugu, Kano, Lagos, Gombe, Port Harcourt, or Abuja, or to contact the nearest police station and other security agencies. Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution urging the Ministry of Health to organize trainings, workshops, and mentorship programs for traditional birth attendants to enable them update their practice. This is in an effort to reduce childbirth complications and maternal morbidity in the state. Oyo Koswa tells us more.
The resolution was sequel to the adoption of recommendations of the report of the Moses Essien Trade House Committee on Health.
It is called for the interview to integrate the following of the measures. 1. The activities of the personal attendant falls under the supervision of the Public Health Development Agency. 2. That the personal attendant is an informal sector, hence the government is not obligated to train them in their routes. 3. Non-availability of private personnel at public welfare centers in various government areas, especially at night, encouraging people to seek the services of personal care attendants. 4. High rate of maternal death have been linked to the use of personal care attendants. 6. The Ministry of Health routinely engaged personal care attendants on the need to reflect child-based complications in areas health centers in their department.
The report was deliberated on at the Committee of the Whole before the resolution of the House.
Those who say aye, those against them, the ayes have it. Currently, the report of the House Committee on Health is hereby adopted. And the clerk is hereby directed to communicate them to the appropriate process.
Uyoko Swa, Akbc News.
The National Food and Drug Administration Control NAFDAC has warned the public of a counterfeit Mapthera 500 milligrams / 50 ml drug currently in circle country. In a release categorized as Public Alert number 037/2024, NAFDAC confirmed circulation of the pharmaceutical product with batch number N7458B07. The agency noted that the marketing authorization holder, Roche, received a call from a patient to inquire about the genuineness of the product before purchasing it. According to the statement, it was discovered that the product pack had discrepancies from the Mapthera distributed by Roche in Nigeria. NAFDAC further urged healthcare professionals and consumers to report any suspicion of the sale of substandard and falsified medicines or medical devices to the nearest NAFDAC office or call 0800 162 3322 or send an email to alert@nafdac.gov.ng. A yet to be ascertained number of students from the University of Benin Uniben have been reportedly trapped in a collapse of a story building structure. Reports reveal that the structure fell apart due to intense rainfall early Saturday morning in Benin City, Edo State. According to report, a student of the university who spoke mentioned that a university rescue squad was able to free some of the individuals trapped inside, although many were seriously hurt. He further stated that the injured were quickly taken to the hospital for immediate medical care. That's the package tonight. But just before we're gonna look at the top stories. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, says the Dangote refinery will begin the distribution of premium motor spirit PMS on Sunday. Edu, who was represented by the Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Dr. Zach Adediji, said this at a news conference in Abuja on Friday. The federal government has declared Monday 16th September 2024 as public holiday to mark the celebration of the Eid al-Maulud, birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tuji-Ojo, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulates Muslims both at home and in the diaspora on this occasion. That's the package tonight. We thank you so much for finding time to join us on the news. Wish you some sweet dreams. Good night.